Hello. How's everybody doing here? It is Devin Rodriguez with my co-host Arlo. Come on, man. You know I had to bring him along. Isn't that right, buddy? That's right. We're going to give the people something good today? Yeah? Okay, good. Arlo says it's time to give the people something good. So we're going to give the people something good. So anyways, as me and my co-host Arlo over here, we have a very special message to deliver to all of you tonight. As at about 5 o'clock in the morning, I was listening to some really good stuff. You guys ever listen to something? See, whenever I speak, I spoke a couple of weeks ago for the U.S. Army, and what I say is, here comes our writer downer. That means be prepared to write this down. Here comes a writer downer. So you ever just hear something and you're like, damn, that was good. So what I do in my phone is anytime that I hear something good, I'm like, boom, got to put it in the notes, because if you're anything like me, you're going to end up losing your thought of it. And there's a couple of different things that I want to share with you tonight. And one of the first things that I want to share with you is about that little voice that's in your head. See, if you're anything like me, you get really excited when you set a new goal. You comfortable over there, buddy? You comfortable? All right, he's comfortable. He's comfortable. So you go off, you set a new goal, you get all excited. And then about 2 weeks into the journey, you find yourself in a chair or in your room or in your bed saying, can I really accomplish this? And I've been there probably more times than I want to admit it. Because sometimes it seems like things are moving so slow compared to how you want them to move. Have you ever felt that way? Like it felt like you wanted to sprint there, but you were only able to crawl. Like you were putting one foot in front of the other, but you weren't moving anywhere. It kind of felt like you were in quicksand. You were trying so hard to fight the fight, but it wasn't working. The work wasn't working. And that's how I felt a lot of the times on my journey. But here's one thing I need you to understand is that if you do not quit, you cannot lose. Sometimes I need to remind myself of that. If I don't quit, I can't lose. If I don't quit, I can't lose. And here's the thing. Whenever you find yourself in that position when you do feel like you want to quit, I need you to remind yourself that that is when most other people will quit. But that should give you some inspiration to continue to fight. I remember a story back in 2021. I ran what was called a last man standing run. And the concept of this race was you had to run 1 mile within 15 minutes until there was one person remaining, until there was only one person remaining. And I said, what the hell do I have to lose? I've never done anything like this. Prior to this, I did run a 105-mile race that totally destroyed my body. Do not recommend it unless you train for a very long time for it. Total side note. But I signed up for this race. I trained for it, and there was about 63 other people in the competition. First 50 miles, I was just like tearing it up. I was doing awesome. And I'm going to skip over some of the other lessons in this story because there's one lesson that I want to share. It was mile 60. And I had been running for about, 14 hours at the time. And there was 3 of us left. Me, Kevin, I forgot the last guy's name. And my average pace for the run was 12 or 13 minutes and 30 seconds. So that means that I had 1.5 minutes to come back and prepare for the next lap. Well, as I was running 30 miles for 60 miles, there was somebody else running. He was running 9-minute miles for 60 miles. Can you imagine this blasphemy? This guy is running 60 miles at 9 minutes per mile. Guys, most people can't even run 1 mile in 9 minutes. He's doing it for 60. So imagine me. I'm out on the course. It's mile 60, and now I'm starting to feel it. My feet are blistering. It's dark at night. I'm tired. I'm hungry. My knees hurt. I feel like quitting. I finish this lap, and I see him come through in 9 minutes, and I'm far behind him. I pull up to what they call the aid station, which is where everybody is gathered. So you have your crew, the people that are helping you out. So I had my girlfriend. She was there. This is the corral where all of the runners are. And I walk past this dude that's running 9 minutes a mile. And guess what he's doing at mile 65? Running 9 minutes a mile. Guess what he's doing in the corral? He's smoking cigarettes. I'm like, what the world? So he smokes the cigarette, puts the cigarette down. He opens his cooler, takes out a Coors Light, cracks it open, and drinks the Coors Light. 65 miles into this run. And here I am coming through the line. Give me some water. Give me some water. Give me some water. And I look over at him and I say, I'll never be able to beat him. You ever felt like that? Like you were going through something and you just felt like you wouldn't be able to overcome it because it just seemed so daunting. So I go over to my girlfriend. She's at the table. We have snacks on the table, food on the table, water on the table, Gatorade on the table. And I said, honey, I think I'm done. And she said, boy, no, you ain't. She said, you better get your ass back out there. So I said, I can't win this race. Do you not see him drinking Coors Lights, smoking cigarettes, and running 9 minutes a mile? And I could barely walk. Little did I know, I had a blister on the bottom of my foot about this big. I didn't know that until the end of the race. And I remember 3 miles later, I stuck in there, and it was about 1 o'clock in the morning. And when you haven't slept, you haven't really ate, you haven't drank too much, and it's dark and you're in the middle of the woods, you get introduced to yourself. Epictetus, the great philosopher, he said that circumstances don't make the man. They simply reveal him to himself. And I remember there was a short hill, the only hill on the course. It was around a 1 mile pond. You had to run 1 mile in 15 minutes until one person was left. And the course was on a pond. So you ran around and around and around this pond. And I remember going up this hill and I stopped midway. I put my hands on my knees and said, it's time to quit. I haven't told this story in a long time. And I'm feeling it a little bit more today. I said, it's time to quit. And then about 10 seconds later, I had a thought come into my mind. I said, number one, if I quit now, I'll never know how close I was to actually winning. That was the dominating thought. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go until I can't go no more. So now we're at mile 70. We finished the lap. We're all in the corral hanging out. He's popping open his beers, smoking his cigarettes. I'm sitting down trying to gasp for air, take another drink, and just try to recover for a minute and a half to go back out and try to stick with these guys that are left. There's 3 of us left still. And now they ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding. That means 10 seconds left. Runners, you have 10 seconds to come to the corral before you all head out, because as soon as the 15-minute mark starts, boom, everybody has to start running. So me and the other guy, Kevin, not the guy that's drinking beers and smoking cigarettes, he and I go up to the line. And as he and I go up to the line, we pass the guy that's smoking cigarettes and drinking beers. And Kevin shouts out to him, yo, let's go. We got to go out for the next lap. And the guy that just the lap before was looking strong as ever, drinking cigarettes, drinking beer, he turned to us and he said, you guys got it. I'm done. That was just 3 miles or 4 or 5 miles after I wanted to quit. And once he quit, I knew damn well Kevin wasn't going to beat my ass. So we went for about another 5 miles, 7 miles, and I ended up winning the race. Out of 63 runners, I ran 76.66 miles or something in 18 hours, and I won the race. That taught me the lesson that if you just don't quit, you can't lose. Ooh. I needed this reminder tonight. See, you think I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to me. That's the funny part. You think I'm coming here and giving you advice. I'm giving me advice. You're just along for the journey. So what if your victory is just 2 miles away? What if your victory is just 5 miles away? Because here's the thing, one of you are going to break first. It's either going to be you or the thing that you're going through. Something has to give. The question is it going to be you? I needed this reminder. Hey, and if you're if you're here with me on Facebook, do me a favor. On my streaming platform, I can't see exactly who's on here. Comment your name so I can address you by name, because all it says is Facebook user. Okay, I really don't like that. So if you feel like this was a valuable lesson, a valuable story for you, please comment below, because I would like to see kind of if it was, right? Because although I am addressing this to me, I also wanted you to get something out of it, or else I would have just like did this on my own. Okay, so that's the first piece. Number one, you don't know how close you are to actually winning. And I think we'll keep it there tonight. I was going to go a little more, but I think I'll keep it there. So, guys, I want to say thank you for stopping by with me tonight. This is what I love to do. Ever since I was a 16-year-old boy in my backyard in New York City, when it was brick cold outside, it was freezing, literally. I would take out my camera. I would go in my backyard, put on a jacket, my sweatpants, and I would record motivational videos. And I've developed so much. See, here's the thing I need you to take away from this. Your voice can be developed. Your message can be developed. I didn't come out of the womb speaking like this. And here's the thing. I got a lot of work to do. I got a lot of work to do. Okay, guys. So, hey, don't know if you guys know it, but I'm doing some free weekly coaching where I'm going to be helping entrepreneurs find, pitch, and get booked on top-rated podcasts, and then showing them how to use my infinite sales system to turn the listeners into clients. Oh, gosh, this is so good. And you'll be learning how to tell stories like this, okay? Now, here's the thing. I want to teach you how to tell stories that allow you to sell what you have without you actually selling it all. Oh, this is good stuff. I wish we had all the time. But hey, if you guys want access to that, just send me a DM. It's 100% free. I'm not going to sell you something. I have a group that you're going to join. We're all going to be getting on Zoom, having fun. But until next time, guys, I appreciate you being here. Thanks a lot. Remember, you don't know how close you are to actually winning, so don't stop.